LGBTQ+ fantasy novel that centers on two brothers thrust into the heart of a magical war. As the conflict escalates, their relationship is tested in profound and painful ways. Critics have praised the novel for its gripping plot, layered characters, and thoughtful exploration of sibling dynamics. Silvera, a New York Times best-selling author known for They Both Die at the End, often writes for young audiences and openly discusses his experiences with depression and anxiety, topics he frequently weaves into his work. Set in an alternate version of New York City, Infinity Sun introduces a world where some people, called Celestials, are born with magical abilities. Among them, elite fighters known as spellwalkers protect their kind from specters, dangerous magic thieves who kill Celestials and rare creatures to steal their powers. Because of the specters' brutality, many Celestials now hide their gifts, fearful of becoming targets. They've retreated from public life, no longer using their powers to serve their communities. There is also growing concern about the fate of phoenixes, magical firebirds that specters hunt in their quest for power. Brothers Emil and Brighton, though born without magic, are fascinated by the spellwalkers. Brighton dreams of having powers and believes he could defeat the specters himself. He obsessively follows Celestials through a blog he created, tracking their every move. Emil, more cautious and peace-oriented, is disturbed by the rising violence and hopes to avoid getting involved. But fate intervenes. Emil unexpectedly develops powerful abilities, including the ability to fly. Brighton is awestruck and urges Emil to embrace his powers and take up the fight, hoping to live through his brother's newfound magic. Emil, who never wanted this responsibility, grows resentful of Brighton's interference. As tensions mount and the magical war intensifies, the brothers must navigate not only external threats, but the growing strain on their bond. Brighton urges Emil to learn how to control his newfound powers, warning that if left unchecked, they could destroy him. Though reluctant, Emil agrees, realizing that mastering his abilities is the only way to avoid detection by the specters, who would kill him before he has a chance to understand his magic. As they train together, Emil begins to sense Brighton's growing resentment. Eventually, Brighton admits he's jealous. He's always dreamed of having powers, and he struggles to accept that Emil, who never wanted magic, received them instead. When they confront their mother, Ma, about it, she reveals a long-hidden secret. Emil was adopted as a baby and isn't Brighton's biological brother. She had never intended to tell them. The revelation shatters them both. Emil feels lost and guilty, as if his very presence puts the family at risk. Brighton, meanwhile, is hurt and confused, betrayed by Ma's silence and shaken by the idea that he wasn't enough on his own. The truth fractures their bond, and Emil, desperate to understand where he comes from, sets out to uncover his heritage. Along the way, he meets Maribel, leader of the Spellwalkers, who reveals that Emil is destined to join their ranks, and that he may be the key to ending the war. Together with Maribel and her sister Iris, Emil begins to train in earnest. They expose him to the horrors committed by the specters, blood sacrifices, dark spells, and ruthless violence. Unless Emil can stop them, New York City will fall. Brighton, though still envious, begins to realize the magnitude of Emil's role. Emil may be the only one capable of saving the Phoenix, the rarest and most vital of all magical creatures. Without the Phoenix, the magical world itself will be corrupted and destroyed. Despite his jealousy, Brighton becomes proud of Emil and supports his mission. The novel builds to a climactic showdown between the Spellwalkers and the Specters, led by the ruthless Luna and her second-in-command, Ness. Luna declares her intention to kill every magical creature to achieve immortality. A brutal gang war erupts, leaving chaos and uncertainty in its wake. As the dust settles, it's unclear who has survived. The story ends on a cliffhanger, setting the stage for Book 2 in the Infinity Cycle series. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.